Welcome to Inside the Ivy on the Sports Report Radio Network. On the phone, a good friend of mine, the president of the South Bend Cubs, Joe Hart. Welcome to Inside the Ivy on Sports Report Radio.
Well, thank you very much, Kyle, for having me today. I mean, obviously, I wish we were talking with it being actually opening day instead of what ultimately was scheduled to be opening day, but obviously we know that things are being pushed back at the time. But hey, it's still great to talk to you. Still always a good time to talk baseball, no matter what time of the year or what's happening.
Well, we're taping this interview on April the 9th. Should have been opening day for the South Bend Cubs. Traditionally, Joe, you and I talk on video on opening day, and we talk out at minor league, out in Mesa. But it's a little bit different, you and I talking over the phone, because I should be in South Bend. But, strange things are happening. We want everybody to stay healthy. But how is this for you, Joe, as president of the South Bend Cubs? And minor leagues are such an integral part of player development. What's it like for you to keep your staff busy and know that you have obstacles out there besides the major league stuff that you've got to keep things going? You've got sponsors, and how unique is this, coronavirus and all the shutdown with sports to you guys with South Bend Cubs?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, I've been doing this, 25 plus years, and obviously, like many people, this is the first time I've experienced anything like this. So it's kind of learn as you go. I think, we're just asking people to be patient, and, we're all going to get through this together. But I think the biggest thing is, while we are a baseball team here in South Bend, we've always tried to be so much more. We're good community partners. So what things can we do to help give back in the community? We're currently doing a program now to help the Proc Center with the food pantry. Obviously, with it being the week of opening day, we're giving fans the opportunity to do a $10 donation. And then we'll put the message that they want up on the video board. We'll take a photo of it, send it to them, and then we'll also put it on our social media. It's been very well received. Obviously a lot of kids are not getting to have graduation celebrations, birthday parties. So we've had a lot of messages come in, and that money's going to go help the local food pantry. About a week or so ago, myself and some staff members, we fed about 2,000 folks with the various hospitals in town, just to say thank you to the frontline workers that are, really on the front line dealing with all this to help keep everyone safe. So, for us, it's, baseball may be a little bit on the back burner, but there's still many things that we can do in our community, and that's what we're trying to do. This community has supported us, unbelievably well over the last 8.5 years since I've been here. And, when you have a community in need, we're going to be here to step up and help out.
Hey, Joe, we've got a nationwide audience all across the country, and obviously you're located in South Bend with the low-A affiliate of the South Bend Cubs, the South Bend Cubs for the Chicago Cubs. But are you seeing other minor league teams do this across the country, kind of reaching out? Because I'm a firm advocate of minor league baseball. I love minor league baseball myself. But are you seeing others that are, good community partners doing this stuff all over the country, especially in the Cubs organization?
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing. I think that's kind of the fabric of why minor league baseball is so important. A lot of times we're in those smaller communities. We're not in a city the size of Chicago. You're in a smaller market like a South Bend or the Michiana region. You got the teams like, Dayton, Ohio, Fort Wayne in our league, Grand Rapids. I mean, we can have major impacts in our communities by helping out and giving back. And I think that's probably been one of the exciting things for us as an organization, and I think that's an exciting thing for our community and region. They know that we're here to do just that. I mean, yes, when summer starts and we got baseball games going on, we're going to be cheering like crazy when the South Bend Cubs win games. But in the meantime, hey, our mission now is to help out those in need, bring a smile on people's faces if we can, and that's what we're doing. So, it's kind of two missions, and, I tell people all the time that at the end of the day, we're in the memory-making business when it's summertime out here, and I think that's going to be more important than ever this summer. People are going to be ready to get out. People are going to be ready to get out, have a good time with their friends and family again, something that they've really not been able to experience. I mean, this is unique times for a lot of people, and I know there's some folks that have been struggling with the social distancing. So we want to get people back out here, and our job's going to be to entertain them, and we're going to be set and ready to go when we get to go ahead.
We're talking to Joe Hart, the president of South Bend Cubs. Joe, let's just jump into a little bit about this. The championship. Last year, the South Bend Cubs were the Midwest League champions. I attended Game 1 and 2 in South Bend. I know we went on the road on Game 3. But what's it like to win a championship in minor league baseball and just having these kids as champions? I say kids, that's a bad term. I mean, young men, okay? Kids to me because I'm old, okay? But young men in the system of the Cubs. But what's it like to win that championship, to put on that championship ring as a minor leaguer? Because some of these guys that won the championship in South Bend won it the year before in Eugene. So we have guys that are having a history of winning and bringing a winning attitude. But what's it like for you, Joe, to kind of see the championship happen in South Bend?
Well, I think it's something special. I mean, you see the combination of work that these guys have put in all summer long. You see, like you said, a group of young men that, prior to this season may not have played together. They may have just been recently drafted. You come together as a team, and I think that's what's exciting when you see all that happen. I've been doing this 25 plus years. In all my years in minor league baseball, this is only the second time I've been with a minor league club that's won a championship. So it's not something that happens frequently. And while, I didn't throw a single pitch, I didn't hit a single, I didn't have a base hit, I didn't catch anything, I didn't steal any bases. Us as a front office, we take a lot of pride in this too, because we like to think that, hey, if we can help provide the great services and the facilities for the players, make them feel comfortable here, let them focus on what they need to do, then yeah, maybe we are having an impact on their output on the field. Packing the place, everybody loves to play in front of 5,000-6,000 people, so that's a benefit to the players. And we are one team, and while we may be sitting in the front office and they're down on the field, we all work together extremely well. So yeah, we take a lot of pride in it, and I know our community certainly did. It had been since 2005 that this franchise here in South Bend had won the Midwest League Championship.
Hey, Joe, let's talk a little bit about the quality guys in the Cub system. And I've interviewed a lot of them, and I meet a lot of these baseball players. I meet them at all different levels as we travel around the country to do this. But what's it like for you being affiliated with the Chicago Cubs? Because we know they draft talent, because you have to have talent on the field. But from your experience, Joe, and my experience, a lot of these guys are really quality guys. What does that mean to you when you see them come into South Bend as talent, but also quality guys that are there to help in the community and just do the great things that they do?
Well, I think that's the biggest thing for us as an organization is, when you have guys that have great character makeup, they're out signing autographs a little bit longer than maybe other guys would. They're out doing community appearances away from the ballpark that helps us as a brand to really promote what we're trying to do in this community. And there's never been an issue with the group of guys that we've had with since we became a Cubs affiliate. And, needing guys to go do something, you always have guys that are running to the front of the line saying, hey, I'll help go do this. What do you need? I'll go sign autographs. I'll help out with the baseball clinic today. And I think that translates too, because they're respectful of each other. I think that helps them become better teammates, which ultimately helps them with better play on the field. So, obviously I love when you draft quality, talented players, but really, they say so much of the game is the mental aspect and makeup of it as well. And I think you see that with the Cubs, and especially with a lot of these young men. As you mentioned, they won it with us last year. They won it in Eugene the year before that. There was also a group of guys that won the Arizona Summer League before that. So there are some kids that have won 3 consecutive years. I mean, that's a cultural thing right there. I mean, that's something that the Chicago Cubs are building. They're starting to win at an early level. They know what it's going to be like to continue to win as they progress. And I mean, that's outstanding. I mean, to win 3 consecutive years for some of these kids that's unheard of. And, I'm proud of what the Chicago Cubs do, and we certainly appreciate our partnership with them.
Hey, Joe, speaking of quality guys, let's talk about Andrew Berlin, the owner of the South Bend Cubs. What's it like for you to work with a quality guy that puts the resources in there? You've got a fantastic, beautiful facility, and Andrew is the owner of the South Bend Cubs, and his commitment to South Bend and also his commitment to minor league baseball and the Cubs.
Well, you said it, the number one word there is commitment. And from day one, I remember the first day I interviewed with him. I went to Chicago. I interviewed with him at his house. The interview took place for about 3 hours because we were just sharing ideas, things that we wanted to do, how we wanted to align and how we wanted to build this franchise. And then, you get here in town. While he lives over in Chicago, he comes over to town anytime I need him to speak to a Rotary Club, a chamber event. He's financially put money into the ballpark. So it's been a 100% commitment on his part, which allows us and my staff to do what we need to do. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, no better owner in baseball. It's been, a great opportunity. I've worked for many owners in baseball, but hands down, he's been the best one. And, people here in South Bend love him. I mean, I think he could run for mayor and win hands down, but this has become a second home to him too. He's takes great pride in this community, and he should, because he's done a lot of great things for South Bend, and again, I think that's also why we've been successful, because he's not only said that he's going to do it, but he actually backs it up when he says he's going to do it. And it's been a terrific run. It's hard to believe this is going to be year 9 since I've been here. And to put it in perspective, this team in 2011 only drew 112,000 fans. Now we're drawing right around 350,000 people a year. I mean, the ballpark is alive, it's energetic, and that's the exciting thing for me as an operator, getting the opportunity to run a franchise. But then to have a man and an owner like Andrew Berlin is, I hit the lottery the day I got hired by Andrew. Let's put it that way.
Joe, thanks so much. I know these are my words, not yours. It sucks we're not doing minor league opening ball on April 9th when we're taping this, but we'll get together. I'll be in South Bend. We'll do a video interview instead of doing it over the phone like this, but we will get baseball one of these days. But I just want to thank you, your commitment to us, helping us grow our brand and helping us through the years connect through the 5 years that we've been involved with this. But Joe, I can't thank you enough for taking a little bit of your time to do this interview with us on Inside the Ivy on Sports Report Radio.
Hey, it's certainly my pleasure. And like I said, everybody just keep your head up, smile, love everyone, be respectful. We're all in it together. We're going to get through it together. And just think about the party we're going to have when everybody can get back together again. It's going to be something we've never experienced before. And it's going to be a great time at Four Winds Field, and I can't thank you and Lucas enough for everything that you've done to help cover our organization as well. It's been a great partnership, and we certainly appreciate everything that you guys do to help us, and we're always going to be here to help you guys. So, I look forward to seeing you guys in person, watching some baseball, having a hot dog. Be here before we know it.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.